So let's just see how we can implement two stacks using one single array. So we know that array is the contiguous memory locations. So here we have the array. Now to implement two stacks, we have to divide this array into two sections. So in the first section, we're gonna implement the stack 1, and in the second part, we're gonna implement the stack 2. That means this will be the bottom of the stack 1, and the stack 1 will grow this way, and this will be the bottom of the stack 2, and the stack 2 will grow this way. So here we need two top pointers. One top pointer will point to the stack 1 top, and another top pointer will point to the stack 2 top. So initially the top one will point to this -1, which indicates that our stack 1 is empty, and another top pointer will point to the size of the array. That indicates that our stack 2 is also empty. Now let's see how we can perform push operation for both the stack 1 and the stack 2. So here we have the push1 function. So this function used to push values to the stack 1. So here inside we're gonna pass the value to be pushed into our stack 1. Now first of all we're gonna check if the top 1, that means this pointer, if that is less than top 2 minus 1. Then only top plus plus, that means we're gonna increase our top pointer, and then we're gonna store the value in that position. That means, so suppose we are performing push 1 and we are pushing the value like 10, that means the value 10 will be pushed right here. In case the top 1 is not less than top 2 minus 1, that means both of the pointers are overlapping each other, so there is no space to enter new values. So in that case we're gonna print the stack 1 is full. So this is our push 1 function. Now here also we have the push 2 function. So this is used to push values to the stack 2. Now here also we have the same configuration. We're gonna pass the value that we wanted to push into our stack 2. Now first of all we're gonna check if the top 1 is less than top 2 minus 1. That means if the two pointers are not crossing each other, that means there is space. So when we have the space, then we're gonna decrease the top 2 pointer, because the top 2 pointer is starting from the last of the array and it grows to the left. So we're gonna reduce the top pointer and it will point to this last position, and then in the last position we're gonna store the value. So suppose we are calling the push2 function and we are pushing the value 20. So that means the value 20 will be stored right here in the last position of the array. Otherwise, if both of the pointers are overlapping each other, in that case we're gonna print the stack 2 is full. That means we cannot push any more values. So this way we can define the push 1 and the push 2 function. So let's now see how we can perform the pop operation. So this is the function. So the pop1 function is used to pop value from the stack 1. So here in the function, first of all we're gonna check if the top is greater than equal 0. That means if the stack is not empty, then we're gonna get the value from the top of the stack and we're gonna store in a variable, and then we're gonna reduce the top pointer. So that means we're gonna store the stack top value in a variable, and then we're gonna reduce the top pointer by 1, and then we're gonna return the value. So suppose we are performing the pop operation, so pop 1. So if we call the pop 1, so the top pointer will be reduced, and so the value 10 will be returned whenever we pop the stack 1. Otherwise, if the stack is empty, then we're gonna print stack 1 empty, and then we're gonna return -1. So that is in case of pop 1. And also we can pop values from the stack 2. So here we have the pop 2 function. So here also we're gonna check if the top is less than size. So if the top 2 pointer is less than the size, that means the stack 2 is not empty. So when the stack 2 is not empty, that means we can perform the pop operation. So first of all we're gonna extract the value from the top of the stack 2. So that means we're gonna take this value. So we're gonna extract this value, and then we're gonna increase the top 2 pointer. So here we're gonna increase the top 2 pointer, so it will point to the size of the array, which indicates that our stack 2 is now empty. and then we're gonna return the value. So whenever we call the pop2 function, it will increase the top2 pointer and then it will return the value from the top of the stack. Otherwise, if the stack2 is empty, then we're gonna print stack2 is empty. So this way we can perform the push and the pop operation for both of the stack1 and stack2. So here we have the code. We are using one single array for the operation. We have the top 1 for the stack1 top, top 2 for the stack2 top. We have the push 1 function for the stack1 push operation. We have the push 2 function for the stack2 push operation. We have the pop 1 for the stack1 pop operation, and we have pop 2 for the stack2 pop operation. Now here inside the main method, let's just push the value to the stack1. So we're gonna push the value 10, and then we're gonna push the value 20, and also we can perform the push operation to the stack2. So in the stack2 we're gonna push the value 30 and we're gonna push the value 40. So in the stack1 we have the values 10 and 20, and in the stack2 we have the values 30 and 40. So here we're gonna print popped value from the stack1. So here we're gonna call the pop1 function. So the pop1 function will remove the top value from the stack1. We are getting the value 20 from the stack1. Similarly, we can pop the value from the stack2. So we have to call the pop2 function. So in the stack2 top we have the value 40, so we should get the value 40. In the stack2 we have got the value 40 from the stack2. So this way one single array can be shared to implement 2 stacks. So hope you understand the concept. See you in the next one. Take care.